All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to bring you a very important, don't laugh, a very important update on Chainlink. We're going to describe to you some key support and resistance areas that you need to be aware of to understand when the next big move is with Chainlink, because we could be seeing a big move in the near future here. So we got Messin here with us, with the peanut gallery over here. Always has something to say. What's up, man?
I hope everyone's doing good. Right now we're just gonna discuss a couple things with Chainlink. Overall, if you can see here in terms of on a macro scale with Ethereum, with Chainlink overall, we were stuck on this descending triangle that we recently just broke out of in the beginning of the month here, and looks like buyers are in. We've been pushing up. We are retesting higher levels over here. We retraced back, and I think we got a couple key support levels that we think Chainlink might actually find that support at and continue to push above.
Yeah, so just to kind of describe some of the key things here, I love my Fibonacci extensions. And so I think we have some very relevant Fibonacci extensions that let's just describe. So we're going to simplify things, and there's a lot of lines here. People freak out when they see lines, but they mean stuff. So if we draw a Fibonacci extension from the bottom of this impulse to the top to the bottom of the retracement, we get two Fibonacci levels that I believe are currently relevant. The 382 lines up perfectly with price action here. We can see we got rejected. Now we're currently right around it. So the question is, will we hold? Can we hold above this, solidify as support, get above and hold above this previous peak? If we can, retesting this upper trend line and breaking out becomes far more likely. Let's say we don't hold above this peak and this sub level, and I think we're probably going to fall back down, retest some of these key levels, maybe the 236 here at about $27.5. $27.5 is the key level in my opinion. We have a nice spike in volume, lots of sideways price action, and the 236 right here. So I think the $27.5 is the key range, because if we start to fall below it, then this bullish breakout would have likely been a fake out. So as long as we remain above $27, I think Chainlink is mostly good here.
Right. Now, if we're assuming a couple scenarios that might play out right now, assuming that on a lower time frame, right, if we're looking maybe within the 4 hours or whatever, we have this 55 EMA that's on the 4 hour. We still plotted on the daily, just so you don't get confused. This is still the 4 hour 55 EMA on this chart, and looks like even maybe before we even get to the $27.5, which is a key level where we see a lot of trading activity here from the VPVR. Overall, looks like here that Chainlink's price action likes to find that support at it, at least for the for the past, I would say maybe 10 days over here. Those previous candles we broke above, came back and actually closed at it, right above it, sorry. And then we saw buyers next day come in and then actually continue to go and drive the price action upwards. Even this here on this candle, you'll see as soon as the buyers pushed up, next day sellers tried to push the price all the way back down below it, and then buyers came back in and closed above the previous candle. So it's definitely something where we're finding that support at. I think we pushed all the way up, got heavily rejected, and now we're moving sideways for a bit. So we're seeing that resistance. We know that resistance exists based on whatever we just discussed that with the Fibonacci levels. But before we even get there, I think we can just easily continue to find that support at the $31, and $30 as well is a nice psychological support that we will definitely find buyers step in. So right now, I think overall what Brendan is trying to say is that we can continue to retrace all the way back here and still remain bullish, right? But from a technical standpoint, if we have a descending triangle like this one, we break above, we're supposed to come back and retest this. So it's a typical textbook move that we actually just did, and now we're pushing back up. So me personally, I don't really think we could go all the way down there, but there's a lot of cushion for that.
No. Look, I'm just trying to describe when I would start to get worried, because people, they panic sell dips and corrections that are totally normal to be expected. But oftentimes, if you would have just waited, you would have been in profit. So when do you know to actually get worried? Well, when I would actually get worried about this bullish trend being a fake out or being in jeopardy would be if we start to make maybe macro lower lows and break below key support. So this is like key support level. So we could, what I'm trying to say is here, we could retrace all the way back down here, but as long as we hold this as support, the bullish uptrend is still in good hands, in my opinion. And I'm not worried about the bullish uptrend until we start to break below this level in my opinion here. I also want to describe another very important support level here. I believe this is the 100 EMA on the daily. Yeah, it is. So we can see how several times looking back, a pretty price reactive zone. So perhaps, you know, if Chainlink does start to break below 21 EMA on the 4 hour, maybe takes a few days to consolidate, maybe this EMA catches up with this region here. So I do believe that there's going to be a lot of clusters of support below us. So, you know, there's nothing to be worried about right now. Honestly, this is extremely bullish. Broke out of this wedge, fell back down, retested it. We're above this EMA. We're currently trying to test if we can get above these regions here. So, you know, this looks very, very normal to me. Nothing too crazy to be worried about in the short term. Now, let's say we break out bullishly here. Yeah. Let's say we can flip this trend line from resistance into support. I think we could probably see a Chainlink from about $38 to about $43, the golden pocket here. But if we take the height of this wedge here and we move it to the breakout point, which was about, you know, 30 bucks. Yeah, I think we could see a Chainlink around 40 bucks. Yeah, 40 bucks I think is reasonable if and when we can flip these areas from resistance into support.
I think it's pretty clear right now. It's pretty textbook the way the price action is moving. Nothing out of the ordinary. I think it's normal, and I think right now we are in this range right now that we have. You know, the $27 and this right here. This not, the fact that we actually went all the way back up to the 34, 35 region, I think is pretty good. Right away, but you can tell, you know, sellers came right in within this candle. You know, overall we hit that line, and then the sellers came right back in and not only pushed it past the opening of this previous candle, but all the way back down here to the 55 EMA on the 4 hours. So overall, it is bullish. We do expect, you know, buyers are in the market. The past, you know, I would say here within, well, what is this? All the way since March 24th, buyers have been pushing the price action, but you can see that every push we make, sellers are also in the market driving the price back down, but the buyers are buying the dip every time. So, you know, 3 steps up, one step back from the sellers, and right now we're at this level. So let's just see if the $31 and the $30 actually hold. If they don't hold, then this is a good support for us. And if they do hold and we continue to go back up and actually start, because what I'm thinking, something like this might happen. We can continue to actually have, you know, I like drawing these lines a lot here, which is the, where is it at? I can't even find it. Maybe we can just use the brush.
Hey man, lines are confusing. People don't like lines.
When this happen. There we go. So something like this can happen, where you continue to come back down, actually find the support, push back up, come back down, find support at this previous, and then continue to go back up here. So a bunch of things can happen, but overall we're actually bullish, and let's see how that plays out.
Yeah, 100%. And one thing we could look at trying to understand and try and gauge when the next big move for Chainlink could be is taking a look at the Chainlink Bitcoin pairing, because there's this very macro, very obvious pattern forming, a very macro descending triangle with the Chainlink Bitcoin pairing. So if and when we can shift this trend from, which is constantly, the trend being constantly reacting off this trend line here, flip it from resistance into support and start to break, make higher highs, break above some key resistance areas, that is going to be one large factor that helps Chainlink pump. So let's say we can break above that trend line and then make a higher high off some key areas, like here. Let me just put this to red to represent resistance. Like if we can break above, you know, these wicks here, some of these reactive areas, and this trend line here, that is going to be a factor that leads to Chainlink pumping. So if and when we break out of this thing, we're definitely going to be talking about it in our Discord group and on this channel. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Check out our Discord. Link for everything is down in the description below.
Thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Take care, folks.